my dear Aries. This is their most likely action and the evolution of the relationship, and this is what they would want to have happen. High Priestess. I'm feeling like two people that have a certain point of view. Neither wants to budge. Both people think that they have the answer. With the High Priestess, you are probably right, okay, because I feel that this is your energy. But it's almost like you're playing with them because it's something that they don't want to take in, but you probably know that they need to take it in, or they need to understand this thing, even if it's uncomfortable or it's not what they wanted to hear. So it's a little bit like you're playing with them because I'm seeing a sense of humor, and maybe you're laughing a little bit about their inability to see certain things. Okay. And the most likely action, we have a King of Cups here. So maybe you are dealing with a person that's a little bit fragile or very emotional, and it's hard for them. If you say to them, well, you actually did lie the last time, you said like this and this and this, and they are a person that put like an honor in not lying, they will get offended and feel hurt and ridiculed, and how could you think such a thing of them? So that kind of feeling is what I'm getting there. This is their intentions, Four of Swords. So just continue ignoring you, not doing anything about it. So pretend that whatever you said or pointed out is they never heard it in the first place, and they're going to ignore any truth that comes with that. Their feelings, Eight of Pentacles. So again, I'm feeling what I felt with the King of Cups here, that this is a person that they have good things on their mind. They don't want to be destructive or do the wrong thing, so it's very important for them to be righteous and honest and true. And so their feeling is that they are that kind of person. They're always trying their best, and they don't want to hear about something else. Okay, so we will see how they view you. And it's the Six of Wands. So again, it comes this with the humor and the person that's sitting safely and looking at the other person with all their shortcomings. Six of Wands is a leader. It's a pioneer, someone that knows something that the other people doesn't know and wants to lead people towards a better future. So I think you have the best intentions also with pointing this out, whatever you are trying to point out. It might be various of different things. It can be that you want to tell them that their mother is acting in selfish ways in the relationship with your partner, for example, that they are not nice towards you, and they don't want to hear it because they want to believe that everyone is nice, and particularly their mother. Or it can be that you point out that they weren't such a good friend to their best friend when they did this and this, and they don't want to hear about it because they're really angry with that friend. Or it can be that you say you are used at work. They are not seeing you in the ways that you think, and you are giving them all your energy, and it's to no benefit for anyone, and you need to put your foot down, and they don't want to hear about it because they don't think that you are right, and they have put a lot of trust and honor in their work. So things like this. It can be things between you two as well, that you have pointed out that they often fail to take responsibility for a certain thing, or whatever it can be. So you're just trying to guide the relationship and the partner, and this person is, if it's your friend or your partner or family member, into seeing some kind of truth that would improve their life and hopefully yours as well. And this is how they view the relationship. And we have the Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords. So it feels like they have tied themselves into a little bit of a knot. But the Four of Pentacles is also, it's like a protection shield. I'm just trying to see, it's about your relationship. Hand of Cards, take a chance, risk being strategic, not showing hand, gambling. They probably feel like you are playing with them or pulling their leg, or not being serious, or that you have an alternative motive with saying the things that you want to say. So they want to be secure and know that this is not just a game that you're playing, or that you have secretly hate their mother, and therefore you're telling them that this person is taking advantage of you or playing you for a fool. Okay, so this is what they would want to have happen. It's the Hierophant. So the Hierophant, again, I'm feeling this. They want to be a dignified person, doing dignified things and not being troubled with petty matters or unnecessary drama. They don't want people to fall into conflict or distrust each other. So they rather want to give the benefit of the doubt than be suspicious towards someone. So they want to keep calm in the tribe, keep calm in the pack, not have conflicts and stupid things like this. Okay. So you can notice we have the High Priestess here and her counterpart, the Hierophant, here. So it's different ways to do things. You might feel like it's better to take the bull by the horn and deal with the issue, and they think it's better to keep peace in the situation and put your head down and do your best with whatever is offered. Okay. So the most likely action, we have a Knight of Cups here. That's very sweet, together with the Queen of Swords. This is a dynamic where this person is used to sucking up to people that might not care for them as deeply. So this could, of course, relate to how they're feeling in the situation with you. Let's say, for example, that you are right about their somewhat narcissistic mother. This would be the narcissistic mother, and this is the person that you wants to shield. And they want to believe the best about this person because they have idolized them. But they also are angry with them secretly because they know the same thing that you know, that this person is very selfish and doesn't care for their needs. But they might project this onto you instead, because you are also displaying some of these traits by being straightforward and tough and, sticking out your nose, much like maybe the mother usually do. Even if you have this person's best interest at heart, they might display some of the anger onto you that they have for their mother. So that's a danger in this situation. This might even drive them closer to the person that hurts them. Either this is it's a mother be an icon here, but it can as well be this other situation I was talking about: work, friendship, and family matters, different things. We have Justice. Queen of Swords is Libra, or Justice is also Libra energy. So this can be a little bit manipulating energy, like a person that they know exactly what to do and what to say. That's not over the limit, but it's still kind of rude. It's when a person says, I think you have some green in your hair. It must be from your watering system. And they are not saying this to help you, save you from your watering system. They're just saying it because they like to point out weaknesses with you. But it sounds like they are doing a good thing or a nice thing or being considerate, but deep inside that they aren't. They're playing a game. So it's a little bit what I'm seeing here, and that this person is okay with playing that game for some reason, because as long as they're playing nice, maybe they are being included, or people like this often put themselves in powerful positions and take leadership in different social gatherings, and everyone wants to be on their good grace, and no one wants to be on the side where they are getting the snarky remarks. And again, this is a little bit pointing towards you having a similar behavior. It doesn't mean that you have to be manipulating and snarky, but it might be that you are also that kind of leadership quality person. Of course, you need to look at yourself if you have this more snarky attitude or trying to manipulate people into doing your bidding. But for me, it more seems as if you want to wake this person into the knowledge of that this is what's going on, and you want them to wake up from that. But it's also because you are able to see that a person can use their power this way. You could use your power this way if you wanted to, because you are strong like that. I think this person wouldn't use their power like that because they want to play nice. And then we have suddenly death here. It's 13, so 4 of Pentacles. It might be that they will protect their family, their tribe, their work position, or whatever it is that they see is holy from your remarks or from your truth telling. It's Chariot here. So here, this is a nice person. They are usually not angry, but I felt here that they can displace the anger that they feel towards their boss, towards their relative, their family member, towards their friend or whomever is bossing them around, and they can displace this on you and say and kind of get rid of you. It's the risk when we tell the truth, for example, to our best friend, that the other friend in the group usually talks badly about you behind your back, and that person might love their friend so much that they rather take their side and think that you are the person smack talking behind the back, because actually they have proof that you did so because you talked to them about this friend, them believing that this friend did actually talk about them behind their back. A difficult situation. So some heavenly advice. The Camel Boy, small steps, asking for help. And I definitely feel like it's the person that you're dealing with, that you might not be able to shake them into reality. Maybe you need to nudge them in the right direction over a long period of time instead of shocking them into the truth. Small steps, asking for help. 33, 27, 33. The Camel Boy reminds you that asking for help will bring in the right people to ease the burden of your life. Perhaps a wise person appears to give you advice. That might be you in this case. Maybe you're moving and suddenly a couple of friends offer to give you a hand with your packing. That's the kind of relationships that this person wants, and they want to be that kind of friend to everyone, so they will act as nice back towards them. Or you want information about someone, and it just so happens you run into the former partner who gives them your knowledge that you need to make a decision you've been weighing. No matter the issue, this is a sign that if you ask, you will receive what you need. Synchronicity is engaged when you request assistance. The Camel Boy never lets you down when you ask for help in lightening your load. Now is the time to do so and to expect to get it. So they're really getting help from you, and they might even have seen the same thing as you. It's just so shocking when you say it. They might have been angry and, tying their fist in their pocket and, being angry at this mother here that has to represent this person or their enemy. So they might have been angry, but when you say it, it's so shocking because they really didn't believe it was true. It was just something that they thought in their anger, and then they later talk themselves out of it and say, no, it's not like that. They have done this and this and this and that for me. So clarify this person's intentions. 7 of Cauldrons. It's kind of staying in oblivion. They don't want to know what all these people did. It's as if sometimes people in a family, for example, can't even take in that there has been some abuse or things going on in the family. If someone tells it, for example, a child, the grown-ups they don't want to hear about it. So it's printed in all of us that we want to believe good about the people that we have chosen to love and keep close to us. So sometimes we can be very blind to their behavior, and this seems to be like a general blindness or a chosen even blindness from this person, that they want to live in the illusion of things being in a certain way. They don't want to hear about Little Red Riding Hood and what the wolf did. So even if the Little Red Riding Hood are them. So clarify their feelings for you. 3 of Wands. They know you're right. So this is what I'm seeing here, that you're pointing out the truth, but they are very keen to be like a good trooper, or a good gear, just working together with other gears and not making a fuss. Clarify how they view you. Knight of Wands together with a Six of Wands, like a rebel that always needs to cause some upheaval. And you're right, of course, but they think that you could, and you didn't have to be so obvious about it or shout it out from the rooftop. It could be like something that you just, I think they want to be nudged like in the right direction. Don't say it so loud, whisper it, and like one syllable at the time over a week's period, and they might be able to slowly slow down their breathing and keep the panic attack in control. Okay. So they don't like your blunt, direct way of saying things. So clarify how they view the relationship. Queen of Cups. Okay. They know that you're trying to keep them safe, and they're a little bit sorry, like their soul self is a little bit sorry that you are giving them this gift, and they are kind of just trying to keep themselves safe from you, and closing ranks, and maybe blaming you for the problem when that's not true. Clarify what they would want to have happen. 5 of Cauldrons, we have 5, the Hierophant. They just want to live with the disappointment, and they are okay with being treated in bad ways as long as everyone is playing nice and not being angry with them. And I'm seeing again this mother figure, and the person that tries to make them not, like, try to, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, to calm them down and to make them play nice. So this is very important for this person. So they rather sacrifice themselves, and like in this way, see the spilled things there. So they rather feel bad than making a fuss about this. In the name of peace in the family or in the tribe, clarify their most likely action. Knight of Cups, 5 of Shields. So it's kind of sucking up to this person that sent them out on this cold and lonely and maybe ill-paid mission in the first place. The person that used them, they are sucking up to this person instead of making the revolution that you wanted them to. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, 10 of Swords. I think the Queen of Swords might be a person that's a little bit tormented. Look at all the blood. But because they're tormented, they live kind of in hell a little bit, and they also torment others. So it's hard when you can see the person as both the victim and the perpetrator. But just because you can see what has made them in a certain way doesn't mean that you need to let them get by with what they are doing. So clarify the Justice card. 6 of Wands. So you're just trying to give them justice, and not the kind of justice that this person dictates. That's a false justice. It's them taking revenge on the nice people that doesn't they don't resist. Instead, everyone needs to take responsibility for themselves and their own anxiety. We can't displace it onto the people that's nice enough to carry it for us, like this person 5 is prepared to do. Clarify the Death card here. I felt as if they would choose to leave you and believe in the other person instead, but hopefully there's another way. 6 of Cups. I feel a little bit scared, actually. So I think this person wants so badly to forgive this person, even though they did them like this, because they just want everything to go back to normal. Clarify the Chariot. 9 of Swords. Continuing, allowing the cruelty, the abuse, and the shame to be displaced on them. So it's very likely that this person will choose to do what they have always done and protect the one person abusing them or putting them in a bad spot, or misbehaving towards them, or stealing their energy, or using them in manipulating them in some kind of way. So what can you do? Small steps, asking for help. So if this person acting dramatic now and kind of dispose of you and go with the enemy, if you still love the person, are still interested, you can come back at a later stage, and small steps will help them better than forcing them to see the reality. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. It seems as you might become angry with this person's choice to kind of betray you by going with a person that definitely doesn't deserve it in your eyes. But the divine is trying to reprimand you a little bit and saying that you know how to save these people. You know how to give them their freedom. So the act of withholding isn't welcome in this world. So they don't want you to stop telling people what you know, or to stop fighting for them, but rather take the fight another day. Maybe you lost this one fight, but you need to try it again at a later stage. So if your husband say, I won't hear about it, they might want to do so in a week's time. Try again. Don't make such a big fuss of this. Of course, if they, end the relationship with you and refuse to talk to you, then maybe it's not much you can do until they change their mind and stop being grumpy and come back. And then they might even, here at first I saw the reconciliation with their enemy and continuing the pain. But at a later stage, I see reconciliation with you and start dealing with the pain. And instead of taking the abuse, they might start to say no, even if that's dealing with the consequences is for them more scary than taking